Welcome to today's video on managing location risk in your U.S. visa application. We'll tackle a common anxiety point. When the location you selected on your DS-160 form doesn't match the consulate where you ultimately scheduled your interview. Is that a problem? Is your DS-160 now a lie? Step by step, we'll walk through what this mismatch means, when it is acceptable, what risks it introduces, and how to mitigate those risks with simple, practical actions. Let's begin by outlining what we'll cover. Here's our agenda. First, we will explain the real problem and why it happens. Next, we will clarify whether changing locations after submitting the DS-160 is allowed. Then, we will highlight the main risk you must manage. After that, we will compare the safest path to the faster path. We will then discuss what consular officers actually focus on during the interview. We will provide checklists and simple timelines to keep you organized. Finally, we will test your understanding with short quizzes. Before we proceed, an important disclaimer. This video is general information and not legal advice. Policies and practices can vary by country and consulate and may change without notice. Always verify the latest instructions on the official consulate website and consider consulting a qualified immigration attorney for personalized guidance. With that in mind, let's set the context. The core scenario is this. You selected Consulate A as the intended interview location when completing your DS-160. Due to limited appointment availability, you then scheduled your interview at Consulate B. Understandably, this can cause stress. Is the DS-160 now invalid? Does this discrepancy look like a lie? The short answer is that in most cases, the DS-160 is a universal, barcode-identified form that any U.S. consulate can pull up electronically. The governing factor is the consulate that issues your final appointment confirmation.
Still, we must acknowledge a specific access risk and show you how to mitigate it.
Mismatches often happen for practical reasons. Appointment slots may be scarce or open up unpredictably, forcing applicants to book at a different post. The DS-160 requires you to specify an intended location, but that field does not lock your case to a single consulate. The DS-160's barcode uniquely identifies your application, and in practice, any U.S. consulate can retrieve it electronically. Operationally, what governs is the consulate on your appointment confirmation.
Therefore, a location mismatch by itself is rarely a reason for a refusal. However, there is a crucial risk to manage, ensuring that the interviewing post can access the exact DS-160 you reference in your appointment profile. This flowchart shows a practical decision path. If your interview is more than 2 weeks away, the safest strategy is to consider submitting a new DS-160 with the correct location and to update your appointment profile with the new barcode. Then, check if the consulate explicitly requires the DS-160 location to match. If it does, use the new DS-160. If it does not, you may still proceed with the new DS-160 for additional safety. If your interview is soon and time is tight, keep the original DS-160, but ensure you bring both the DS-160 confirmation and the appointment confirmation. Prepare a short, clear explanation for the officer about scheduling constraints. Throughout, the key is to ensure the interviewing post can retrieve the DS-160 that matches the barcode in your appointment profile. If you have time before your interview, the safest approach is to submit a new DS-160 with the correct interview location. Save and print the new confirmation page that displays the new barcode. Then, log into your appointment portal and update your profile so the barcode in the system matches the new DS-160. Reprint your appointment confirmation reflecting this update. At the interview, bring both confirmations and be ready with a simple, one-sentence explanation about appointment availability. This method reduces any chance of retrieval issues and presents a clean, consistent record. When time is short, you may stick with the original DS-160. The critical requirement is that your appointment system profile references the same DS-160 barcode. Bring the DS-160 confirmation page and the appointment confirmation page to the interview. Prepare a concise explanation indicating that you booked at a different post because of appointment availability. Most posts can retrieve your DS-160 by the barcode, but arriving early provides a buffer in case staff need extra time to access your file. Meanwhile, allocate your preparation toward eligibility evidence, such as your ties to your home country, purpose of travel, and financial documentation. Here is a side-by-side comparison.
The safest path involves submitting a new DS-160 with the correct post and updating the barcode in your appointment profile. This reduces retrieval risks but requires extra time and effort. The faster path is to keep the original DS-160, making absolutely sure your appointment profile references the exact same barcode. This path carries a small retrieval risk if there is any mismatch in the systems, but is useful when the interview date is close and time is limited. This mind map organizes the topic into 4 areas. First, risks include potential DS-160 retrieval failure, local residency requirements, restrictions for third-country nationals, and conflicts between multiple barcodes. Second, mitigations include submitting a new DS-160, updating the appointment barcode, bringing both confirmations, arriving early, and preparing a clear explanation. Third, officer priorities emphasize that eligibility typically outweighs minor administrative inconsistencies. Officers focus on ties outside the United States, the purpose of travel, and financial sufficiency. Fourth, post variations remind you to check each consulate's website for specific rules, including language or residency limitations, and any unique document format requirements. Here is a checklist of documents and the reason each matters. The DS-160 confirmation with the barcode enables staff to retrieve your application. The appointment confirmation governs the post that expects to see you. Ensure its barcode references the correct DS-160. Your valid passport is essential. A compliant photo may be required at or before the interview, depending on local procedures. Supporting evidence demonstrates your ties to your home country, your purpose of travel, and financial means. An optional short explanation note can help you succinctly clarify the location mismatch if asked. Keep printouts legible and bring digital backups when allowed. Quiz time. The question is whether a mismatch between the DS-160 intended location and the actual interview location automatically invalidates your application. The options are A. Yes, it is considered a lie and leads to automatic denial. B. No. The DS-160 is universal and identified by a barcode, and the appointment location governs. C. Yes, unless you email the consulate first. Or D. Only if the 2 locations are in different countries. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. The DS-160 is a universal electronic form retrieved by barcode, and the appointment location governs operationally, provided the interviewing consulate can access your exact DS-160 record. Let's shift focus to what most officers prioritize. They look for strong ties outside the United States, such as stable employment, family connections, property, or ongoing studies. They want to see a clear and credible purpose of travel, along with adequate financial support. They also look for consistency across your forms, your oral answers, and your documents. Minor administrative mismatches, like a different DS-160 location versus the final interview post, rarely drive the decision. To dispel a myth, a location mismatch is not automatically fraud. The key is making sure the interviewing post can retrieve your DS-160, and that your appointment barcode points to the correct record. This timeline breaks preparation into 4 phases. Before scheduling, research posts, check appointment availability, and review any residency or language rules at your target consulate. After booking at a different post, choose between the safe and fast paths. And, if you choose the safe path, update your appointment profile with the new DS-160 barcode. During the week before your interview, print confirmations, organize your evidence, and practice a concise explanation of the mismatch. On interview day, arrive early, carry backups, and focus your responses on eligibility and ties rather than dwelling on administrative details. Here are the key takeaways. The DS-160 is a universal form, and the appointment post governs operationally. A location mismatch is usually acceptable, provided the post can retrieve the exact DS-160 you reference. The safest path is to file a new DS-160 and update your appointment barcode. A faster path is to keep the original DS-160, making sure the barcode is consistent. Always bring both confirmations and be ready to explain the situation briefly. Focus your preparation on eligibility, including ties, purpose, and finances. Finally, always check the local post's rules and the latest updates. Second quiz question. What is the single mandatory requirement when your DS-160 location and interview post differ? Option A, is emailing the consulate 7 days in advance. Option B is that the interviewing post must be able to retrieve the exact DS-160 referenced by your appointment barcode. Option C is carrying 2 passport photos instead of 1. Option D is refilling the DS-160 every time you reschedule. You may pause the video now to think about the answer.
We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video.
The correct answer is B. The crucial requirement is that the interviewing consulate can retrieve the exact DS-160 that is referenced by your appointment barcode. If that condition is met, a location mismatch is generally acceptable.
To wrap up, remember that DS-160 location mismatches are common and not a cause for panic. Prioritize barcode consistency and ensure your documents are organized. Choose the safest or fastest path based on your available time. Keep your explanation short and redirect focus to eligibility factors like ties, purpose, and finances. Finally, verify any local rules and recent updates for your specific consulate. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like the video, share it with friends who are applying, and subscribe for more practical immigration guides. Tell us in the comments how your scheduling experience went and what other topics you want covered next.